Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Warcraft 3 Reforged, but not Reign of Chaos. We're ready for the Frozen Throne, and I'm the Mysterious JG. So I got far ahead on this series, sort of kind of, during the Thanksgiving holiday break, having taken almost no annual leave/vacation days at work this year, because I was out for significant amounts of time with sick leave and the whole, the whole cancer deal. I did have a bunch of leave left over at the end of the year, and I took like a whole week for Thanksgiving, and didn't bring like PS4, which is where I'm doing most of my gaming on these days. So my only series that I was doing with the PC, my laptop, was this, and Supercell Monster Story 2, I suppose, but didn't get to record any of that because that's a series reserved. But anyway, now I'm falling behind, so time to dive back in. But I'm about to go to home for a week for Christmas, so I'll have much the same. Why am I telling you that? I don't know. Other than to say, I got so much time to play. At one point, I was playing the campaign missions and not even recording, just playing for fun, and as a result, I've finished Terror of the Tides, which is it's not the Night Elf campaign, it's the Sentinels campaign, which are the Night Elves, whatever. And I've started the Alliance campaign, Curse of the Blood Elves. But again, that was just because I was playing the game and had already recorded so much, and I just felt like playing without making comments. Not to mention, sometimes I was playing, around other people with the sound down. So you'll see that all these missions are already done. Then I'm just going to redo them now for the series. By and large, these weren't too difficult either. It's a little bit like StarCraft Brood War. Like, I think you could buy Frozen Throne. It was an expansion. I don't think you can buy and play Frozen Throne without playing the other, the base Warcraft 3 game. But they do kind of give you some relatively easy missions and then get back into it. And, like, the very last mission of Frozen Throne is probably the hardest Warcraft 3 mission. Maybe not. I remember having not failed at it as many times on my first playthrough years ago as I did. I failed that mission against, holding off Big Nightmare Man, what's his name, climbing the mountain. I failed that one a few times, and each failure takes so freaking long as well. Just throwing dryads at him like crazy worked really well. But anyway, that's not what we're doing now. We're into Terror of the Tides, and we'll start with the cinematic The Awakening, which isn't really that... Hold on a second. I am recording. Okay. I suddenly had a paranoia thing that I wasn't recording, but we are. Sorry. Yeah, we'll start with the Awakening cinematic, which you really play... When you're not in this Reforged version, I don't remember what the GUI is like, but I think you get this cinematic plays before you start seeing this Night Elf lady and really even know what you're doing as far as what race you're playing as. But this is basically the intro cinematic for the entire Frozen Throne expansion. Let's check it out. Blizzard Entertainment presents, in association with Westcom.
Betrayer.
That's where you're scummy traitor.
It was I who was betrayed.
Insane? They're the ones who are insane. Okay, so it's Illidian.
Still, I am hated.
Who kind of is, if you just stop Warcraft at the end of Vanilla Warcraft 3, he does seem like a big flap at loose end. Guy who had been imprisoned for undisclosed crimes against the Night Elves becomes a powerful demon man and is then allowed to just wander off.
Forced.
So it's like, oh, cool, we're going to have a campaign where we play as Illidian. Do I have to say, having done that one mission where you play as him and you get the Skull of Gul'dan or whatever it's called, not as powerful and badass as in gameplay as he feels like you should be. Oh, hello. Fish people. Now you can go back and read the history if you want. These are the Mer people. We encountered them as a hostile faction way back into tutorial. And those missions where you fight the Mer people, I remember as having not been part of Warcraft 3 when it first came out. I'm pretty sure that this expansion, they were retroactively added, and this is their real first appearance here. Like, oh, scary fish guys. I guess if you had just fairly recently seen Jaws. Jaws, one of those movies that had a ludicrous impact on the world of film. There's a lot of shitty European Jaws knockoffs out there, many of which have appeared on Mystery Science Theater riff tracks or best of the worst. But yeah, I'm like, fish monsters? I guess.
Now go forth.
The fourth race in this game. Oh wait, actually there is already four, so go fifth.
The tides of doom. Upon all those who would oppose us.
Yeah, but okay, if you're unleashing the tide of doom, it's like you're asking for people to oppose you so you can doom them. I don't know, you come across as a bit of a jerk, buddy. Yeah, he seems like, I don't know, like the blind guy with dark power. Like, he seems like he's kind of a cool, dark anti-hero. And then he's given an army of fish. It's like, I don't think it's not quite working, Blizzard. He's not quite as cool as you think he is. But anyway, this is the Sentinels campaign, where you have access to Night Elf units, but they're specifically Sentinels. I guess what Sentinels are will sort of kind of be made clear. It's one of these things. There's no topic that's part of the Warcraft universe that you can't look up and find an 8,000 page article on the wiki. But what the Sentinels are may become apparent throughout these missions. And we'll start right now with Chapter 1, Rise of the Naga. Rise of the Underdongs. Chapter 1, Rise of the Naga. Though the Demon Lord Archimonde and the Burning Legion were finally defeated at the Battle of Mount Hyjal, much of Ashenvale Forest remains tainted by foul demonic energies. The combined efforts of both the Druids and the Sentinels. I guess the Sentinels is the collective name of the ladies. Because the Druids were all portrayed as being male. And there were Druids of the Claw, Druids of the Talon, but they were always portrayed as male. And the Sentinels are always ladies, so this would be the Archers and the Huntresses, etc. The combined efforts of both the Druids and the Sentinels, Druids is lowercase d, Sentinels capital S for whatever reason, have brought a tenuous peace to the Northlands, but dark creatures still lurk within the shadowed woods. In this perilous time, I want to say that's Maeve, but that's not how you spell Maeve. Maiev Shadowsong, the warden who once guarded Illidan's... Oh, it's Illidan. I thought there was an extra I in there. Illidan's Barrow prison has come forth to hunt her dangerous prey and chain him once again beneath the cold earth. If she was supposed to be guarding Illidan's Barrow prison, we didn't notice her when we were playing as, what's her name, Moonsong. Moon, whatever. We were playing as like the lady who rides on a rare white Bengal tiger. And it's kind of like she was the she's kind of one of my favorite heroes in to the extent that I really care about these characters. I like her as a hero because she's just like flat out racist against humans and orcs. Like she's portrayed as being a hero and guardian of her people, but she just doesn't like these outsiders, and she never really changes her mind. Like she kind of begrudgingly is like, okay, they're fighting pretty hard, and they're not as bad as like the legions of hell. I don't know, just the flawed hero is kind of cool. Although I actually, even more than her, like her husband, who's just kind of like usually meekly acquiescing to whatever she has to say because she's so strong-willed, but at the end, like when she's not around, he's kind of the one who's like nice to the humans and the orcs. Anyway, whatever. But yeah, like when we were riding around on the rare white-bangled tiger fighting the jailers, we didn't seem to notice but now it's time for to take on Illidan. Illidan is not that hard. I keep thinking it's Illidian, Illidian, which is whatever. Shut up and play the game, did you? New hero, though.
These tracks are fresh, but they split off in opposite directions.
Fresh.
Illidan must be getting help from someone.
Your orders, mistress.
Ooh,
You
kinky.
watchers split up into 2 parties. Scour the woods. Find what you can. We'll meet you further up the coast.
And put on that gimp costume and
Remember,
be ready to
sisters,
lick my boots.
If you find Illidan, do not attempt to take him without the rest of us. He is far too dangerous to take
The
alone.
dryads in particular.
Yes, mistress.
Just bouncing. Oh, yes.
The rest
Again.
of you, follow me.
We got more of this mistressy stuff going on. So we keep the archers. We're getting rid of the archers are pretty squishy. Oh, never mind. We have a huntress as well. Yeah, archers are pretty squishy.
We're wasting time here.
Oh, shut up.
We will find justice.
It's turned into fucking Red Dead Redemption
Justice
2.
will be done.
Like the instant you select her, she's already yelling at you. Oh, wasting time. Ah.
Illidan is out there somewhere.
But anyway, this is one of those.
I am the blade of the goddess.
I am the
That village
voice
has been
that
razed.
quacks in the night. I am Darkwing
The
Duck.
bodies have been mutilated. Do you suppose demons did this?
He's been horribly
Illidan's stench hangs heavily over this place. But those tracks were not made by any demons I know of. Be wary, my sisters. There's no telling what horrors Illidan has called to his side.
The burns haven't touched his face or his clothes,
I
but
will
he's
finish the hunt.
horribly mutilated. Hey, this guy's been horribly mutilated in a way I've never seen
must
before.
hurry.
Another way I haven't seen
The
before. This
guilty
guy's
will
really
suffer.
creative. Alright.
Justice will be done.
So apparently Illidan has destroyed an entire village by
The
himself.
hunt awaits.
He just came through some kind of night elf village and murdered everyone.
Illidan
Oh,
is out there somewhere.
Murgles.
Early mark. We're wasting time here.
You gotta remember, I have the hide skill. You forget that sometimes.
Now is the time.
On Sprockets of Evidence. This rune will heal
I can
wounded
wait
units.
no longer.
So that is good to know. Do they heal on their own with time? Yeah, they do.
Illidan is out there somewhere.
I'll use this anyway, though.
The guilty will suffer.
At my hands, because I'm a mistress, I'm into that.
Mistress, the furbolgs
Again,
have
I'm
succumbed
making
to
a
the
joke out
forest
of it, but-
corruption. It's as if they've lost themselves to mindless rage.
Their tribe suffered greatly during the Legion's invasion. They cannot be saved.
Oh, okay, so she's just like right away. So yeah, I was going to say I'm making jokes like around the fact that they call her mistress, but it's
wasting
not
time
like
here.
they said it once and I've obsessed on it. They've called it like 4 times already.
I will finish the hunt.
But yeah, she's ready to jump straight
As
to
I
genocide.
suspected. Their whole race has gone mad.
Mad with
Slay
power.
them all.
Yeah, she's like...
The hunt awaits.
She's immediately ready to murder the creatures of the forest. Like, didn't take her long to decide that was the path here. So she does Fan of Knives, Flurry of Knives, damaging nearby enemies. Each life does 75 damage. And then Blink, which is... These games are...
We must hurry.
Blizzard got obsessed with heroes being able to teleport around. It made it easy for them to do campaign maps where they jump around. There's this whole thing with like fleeing from an overwhelming force or getting to the end of a level and then fleeing back to the beginning that they love to do. StarCraft 2 does that a lot.
For justice. Now is the time.
So I feel a little bad for these furbolgs because apparently they got attacked by the fish monsters. And now they're a little wary of strangers, and we're coming around and murdering them.
Justice will be done.
So we want Marmayev to be out in front so that
I will finish the hunt.
She can tank damage better than the regular old units can. And right now we're fighting melee stuff.
We're wasting time here.
So it's fine. They keep targeting her.
Justice will be done.
And she can handle it, more or less.
I can wait no longer.
But this game
will suffer.
This game,
the Legion's corruption still grips the land.
Mm-hmm. This game, just a regular old map, is tougher. Like the campaign mode is the only place in this game where I can relax and have fun. If you play a random map against the AI, it's just brutal and aggressive, like
ambush!
Crazy.
The satyrs are attacking! Drive the foul brutes back!
Wretched fools! You cannot stop the master. His is the hand of glory. His will shall be done.
I guess these guys work for him.
Illidan sent you foul satyrs to slow us down. He must be getting desperate.
Weren't the satyrs our enemies when we were playing as Illidan? Whatever. But what I was trying to get at is, if you want to relax and have fun, play the campaign mode. The playing against other people, I guess it depends on the skill level of the other person and their play style. Like, you know, way back in the day. Only did this one time, but like Bobo and mutual friend of ours named Lagman, we'd get together and do LAN parties where we played together as a team against multiple AIs just because we liked cooperating rather than attacking each other. But that was like StarCraft, which was hard against the AI, but like this game is just brutal. And why I started down this path of explaining this again is that when you get little missions like this where we don't get to build a base.
We're lucky to have found you.
Now please beat us. Beat us, mistress, beat us.
My party was attacked by a bloodthirsty wildkin. Apparently, Illidan's passing drove the creature mad. There's no telling how many more innocents it might harm.
So Illidan's got some kind of special thing that makes everybody that gets close to him go insane and start attacking us. Anyway, special mission to
Are you being invaded?
Illidan is out there somewhere.
The goddess. Is there trouble?
Justice will be done. We must hurry.
But yeah, every mission like this where we don't get to build a base and do a full-fledged deal feels like a waste of an opportunity.
We're wasting time here. Illidan's new minions struck here as well.
Mm-hmm.
They're bloodthirsty and fearless, whoever they are.
They're fish guys, see?
Illidan is out there somewhere.
Another rune of mana, which I don't really need a mana refill. And now we get to choose another skill. The one I like to max first, because it's weird to me that, yeah, it makes a difference to get Blink all the way to level 3, because it suddenly has a 1-second cooldown. But my favorite skill is Shadow Strike, because it does 75 damage per target. This does hurls a poison dagger, which deals large initial damage and then deals damage over time. This thing does a lot of damage once it's leveled up. All these things obviously are better as you level them up. But fan of knives is don't find that impressive. She can blink around like crazy when you fully level up blink, but that's only useful in very specific missions where you're dodging around and fleeing or stuff. Like, it's not really useful if you're actually building an army and attacking enemies. But Shadow Strike can just kill shit dead once you get it leveled up.
Justice will be done.
Do want to throw down a save here because I remember when goofing around and playing this before. Over Thanksgiving break, I did manage to get killed in this Wildkin quest just because
we're wasting
it does a lot of damage and I was a bit sloppy.
I can wait no longer. Now is the time. That's the creature we're after. Slay it quickly and put it out of its misery.
Because it goes, it goes into this group with other enemies.
The guilty will suffer. Illidan is out there somewhere. The end draws near. We must hurry. We must hurry.
Moonlight shines upon the
justice will be done.
There, I believe I kept everyone alive because she just had to hide after a while. Like she tanked as much as she could, and then she had to hide, and I let the other warriors finish things. That gave us a tome of agility. It didn't give us any healing, which is a little bit of a surprise.
Illidan is out there somewhere.
Figured they would drop a rune of healing, but that was an optional quest, and we've got at least one undiscovered quest here.
For justice.
Can you not go that way? You're going to end up like that. Clearly was you were going to go off by yourself and get killed. I don't know why.
Illidan is out there somewhere.
This would ever have been acceptable. That's a rune of mana.
We're wasting time here. I will finish the hunt. The hunt awaits.
Death awaits you.
The guilty will suffer.
Seymour Guado cosplay there. Here's a rune of greater healing. Okay. Alright, I'll throw down another save now that we did that successfully. But you can see how if I'd been particularly sloppy,
justice will be done.
Like, we almost got Maeve killed, Maeva, whatever her name is, killed there anyway.
There, mistress. Those must be the creatures we're after.
See? Check them out.
You are no match for the Naga.
Hey, they talk.
Naga. Many craven races have tempted our wrath over the centuries. None have survived.
Yeah, so don't mess with us.
Wretched woman. We will retake the surface world and put an end to your vile race once and for all.
Retake? I guess these guys used to rule the surface world.
Now is the time. For the Watchers. I can wait no longer.
Our champion has fallen.
I got confused with my
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
Had a little like mental block there. With the old mouse, I was attacking when I should have been blinking, but or hiding. Not an excuse, more like an explanation. Yeah, like my binging, started having my phone go off, like texts are coming in, and I'm recording this on a day which is usually a pretty quiet day to chill out at home.
Now is the time.
Our champion has
Didn't I hit hide? Why didn't she hide? I thought I clicked hide. Now, sometimes, because she's a fairly fragile hero, and I have done it before where,
Wasting time here.
yeah, she's still taking damage.
The end draws near. The guilty will suffer.
Speak your mind. Absolutely.
It would seem that,
I walk in shadow.
there's something in this group that can see
I can
even
wait
when we
no
are
longer.
hiding. So we did lose our huntress there.
These poor folk were slain just like the others.
Folk.
Illidan has much to answer for. He'll wish he were still chained in his cell when I get through with him.
But these wrecks, why would they destroy ships?
And how come my
don't
words are all
know.
crammed together?
Wait.
There's no space
They
between
have taken to
stay
the
and
sea.
destroy or destroy and
Hurry,
ships.
sisters. The port of Nendis lies to the north. Perhaps there we can find a ship and set sail after Illidan.
This is actually, and now that I think about it, the first. So we lost one unit in that. That's not too bad.
I will finish.
But this is the
hunt.
first evidence we have that there are such things as night elf villages with buildings. Because other than the Huntress's Hall, everything else with them is just a bunch of fucking
I will
trees.
finish the hunt.
So, and not to mention we've never seen night elf civilians before. They're all like warrior women or druids, and the druids have all been asleep until recently. So, yeah, it's basically an all-female warrior cast that just kind of hangs around. No indication whether or not they need food, honestly. I just realized.
Justice will be done.
I think we missed items back here.
The guilty will
Yeah,
suffer.
there you go. I'm glad I noticed that.
I can wait no longer.
But never mind. This would appear to be.
Now is the time.
That was it as far as the rewards are concerned.
The end draws near. I will finish the hunt.
And she's not getting more. It does not appear she's going to level up to 4 in this first mission. I thought maybe based on how quickly we were getting experience, but no.
I can wait no longer.
We no longer need to seek battle.
The end draws near.
Just for battle zone's sake. She can reach.
The guilty will suffer.
She can reach otherwise unreachable paths with blink. Okay, and they're telling us that now because they want us
The
to
hunt
go
awaits.
up here.
Now is the time. Justice will be done. I will finish the hunt.
And get a
The end draws near.
claws of attack +3.
The guilty will suffer.
So that was good.
I can wait no longer. Now is the time.
This is a rune of mana that we'll be spending resources to get to, but
The guilty will suffer.
It will restore more than it took to get.
I can wait no longer.
Oh, see, I'm not even sure I noticed all this on my
I will finish the hunt.
previous run.
The end draws near. For justice!
So these are basically peaceful spiders.
Now is the time.
This raises the agility of the hero by 1. So not a particularly super impressive
The
treasure,
guilty
but
will suffer.
it was available and we grabbed it.
Now is the time.
Now is the time, though. If you were confused about that,
I can wait
no longer. So these spiders, I mean, I'm sure they, they prey on some kind of animals and stuff. Spiders usually associated with evil and darkness and blah blah. But they're just kind of up here living their lives, and she used magic to teleport up there and murder them and their unborn children. So there go the red states.
The end
Alright,
draws near.
time to kill some wild Murgles. These are cliff runners.
I am the blade of the goddess.
And they have Moonglaive. Automatically researched, it would appear.
Now is the time.
We didn't take a whole lot of damage there, but let's just quick hit the spring to get what little we did take replenished.
The guilty will suffer.
Guilty will suffer, by the way. Yeah, she's a mistress, alright. She's really into causing suffering. I suppose if you were a sadist, and you were going to find yourself a profession, becoming a
We must hurry.
warden of the Night Elves might be a, logical place to,
Justice
for you to
will
work.
be done. The end draws near.
Oh, hey, these guys are
I
new.
will finish the
In
hunt.
position.
Intervision.
Illidan is out there somewhere.
Mistress Shadowsong, thank Elune. A band of satyrs captured the rest of my party. The twisted brutes are holding them in the nearby woods.
They're a bunch of jerks,
We
huh?
will find them.
Oh, dryads can't hide in using... Okay. Because dryads
We
are
must
not a
hurry.
unit that has the ability to shadow meld.
I can wait no longer. I will finish the hunt.
I did
we
not.
being
I did
invaded?
not know that. So dryads don't get to disappear in the night as huntresses, and this is
My watchers are ready.
Nisha, who's like a unique huntress. I'm glad we didn't get her
I
killed.
am sworn to avenge.
Yeah, she's a wildcat, that one. Let's get
We must hurry.
Maev over here. I'm curious if there's
Now is the time.
cool loots to be
The
explored.
guilty will suffer.
You generally aren't allowed to teleport to someplace you can't see. There'll be a map later on that takes advantage of this by having
The guilty will suffer.
specific runes that show up because
I can wait no
they
longer.
provide light and allow you to
The
see
end draws near.
what's going on. This is probably a waste of
I will
time,
finish the hunt.
but
Now is the time.
maybe not.
Now is the time.
Oh! This could be a bit much.
The guilty will suffer.
No, never mind. We're going to be able to take them. So we just came over here and murdered this poor hermit who was over by himself.
I can wait no longer.
Picked up some healing wards.
Ashal Theridas.
He was over here with a couple of, with a stag and another stag. Stag is a male, right? So basically they were over here having a...
Illidan is
just trying to
out
get
there
away from this
somewhere.
creepy all-female society that they disapprove of. So they found a little secluded corner. And we hunted them down and murdered them.
I will finish the hunt.
See, now it looks like we could even go further.
The end draws near.
No.
I can wait no longer.
I disapprove of them letting me cast the spell and not get to where I was trying to go, because that just was a waste of MP.
The end draws near. I will finish the hunt. The guilty will suffer.
Can't quite turn that corner. Oh well.
Now is the time.
Alright, ladies. Let's throw down a save here, just in case. Had I not lost that one Huntress, we would have a full party right now. But I did lose that one Huntress.
I can wait no longer.
And I'm okay with it.
Night Elf Watchers. I knew there were more of them skulking around out there.
You will release my warriors immediately.
I can't. You just murdered me.
For justice.
And now I'll have more than 12, so we're fine.
Hi!
Hi.
What is nature's call?
I will finish the hunt.
For the trees.
For the Watchers.
By the light of the moon.
Watches the
The
Watchers.
guilty will suffer.
That's what I'd like to know.
The end draws near. Now is the time.
Alright, so that was the search and rescue quest fulfilled. There does not appear to be anything else going
now
on.
Is the time.
So let's...
Hi!
Hi. Let's make this group here slightly larger.
The guilty will suffer.
Gladly.
We're glad to suffer for you, mistress. Ooh, I just get all tingly thinking about it.
I can wait no longer. Getting close. I smell something vile upon the wind.
Something stinky. Something kind of fishy. So we're fighting the Naga, so there could be a fishy smell, but then again, it's also the Night Elves. So, I'm sorry.
I shall
Taste my spear.
This is the all-female contingent of the Night Elves. Sorry. Oh, there he is. We actually caught up with him. Wait, did he... It seems like he got into a completely different ship from the one he's now traveling in. And why are the Naga, like, following Illidan if he, you know, is pretty clearly not one of them?
The ships must be burned. The master doesn't wish to be followed.
The master doesn't like
cannot
children.
allow Illidan to escape again. We must slay those Naga before they burn the ships.
You are too late, little warning.
Hey, I'm not that little.
The master has already set sail for distant shores.
We're into mistresses around here, not
However,
masters,
he
buddy.
wished to thank you for the hospitality you provided during his imprisonment. He asked us to repay you in kind.
In other words, we're going to imprison you for a long time. We're not going to murder you or anything.
Monster.
Certainly not going to murder you. We're just going to imprison you for an extremely long time. Okay, so we have
I
to
will finish the hunt.
Making trails.
rush the place.
The end draws near. I shall Theridas. Now is the time.
Making trails.
And the real issue here is going to be the flyers eventually. Because Maya can't target them.
Justice will be done.
Except, I guess she can with
Guilty
this.
will suffer.
Yeah, only with that technique can she actually target them.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
I will finish the hunt.
Gladly.
I will gladly finish the hunt.
Illidan is out there somewhere. The end draws near.
So we can't let them destroy all of the ships, but they can get several,
I can wait no
and we're
longer.
still considered fine. Oh look, there's a night elf fishing village that is intact. So I hope there was no neat loots that we're supposed to try to get here, because you really don't get given time.
Mistress, do you believe we can defeat Illidan even if we find him?
Illidan
Don't ask
has
questions,
grown
I'm a
powerful,
mistress.
of that
Listen to
there
my
is no
commands and
doubt.
stuff.
He consumed the energies of the skull of Gul'dan. Now he is neither night elf nor demon, but something more.
Like
Mistress,
night elf demon?
why would the Naga harbor so much hatred for us?
Well, slave, it's
We
like
must
this.
trust time to reveal all things. Now hurry. Illidan has a considerable lead on us. We must capture him before he causes any more harm.
Probably gonna drop making jokes every time they say mistress, because they're just saying it constantly now. I'll go put on that stable boy outfit and meet me over by the... I told you not to call me that in public. Etc. So there we go, folks. About 30 minutes of your life you'll never get back. When we come back next time, we will continue. I guess we're chasing after Illidan. That's pretty much the plot of this campaign, is Illidan has somehow become Lord and Master of the Naga, and we gotta stop him. I'm Mysterious JG, thanks for watching. Catch you guys next time. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.